What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, July 24th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday, halfway through that week. Hope it's going well for all of you. I do have some news. I was just talking with Natalie Sadie earlier. Well, I guess it was earlier tonight for me, but yesterday for you all watching. But we're gonna do um, her podcast here. I'm gonna go on to Natalie Sadie's channel. We're gonna do Gemini Rising with Dr. Ann Wolke, of course. So hanging out with the Mercurials. It's gonna be Tuesday at 8 on Natalie's channel. I'll post a link and stuff, and if you guys want to check it out, please do. I know we're gonna talk about some astrocartography because I know they're curious about that, and who knows? It's going to be definitely kind of like open and talk about a bunch of stuff. So hope to see you there. Putting the notice out. You got 6 days. So get Tuesday off, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Read up. Be there. Just kidding. But it's going on. It's happening. All right. Well, let's look at this Wednesday. We're going to see that sun, 2 degrees of Leo. Definitely trying to be in our heart, have fun, you know, do things that are creative and expressive and kind of full of all the things that makes our heart happy, right? Yeah, sounds really great, and we all want to strive for that. That's where we'll definitely get fuel, is putting our heart into the things that we love. But with this moon here in Pisces, well, it's gonna feel like maybe it's a little harder than it needs to be. Meeting up with Saturn, it's also gonna square Jupiter early in the morning. So we're getting this sensitive moon in Pisces. We have this sun in Leo that wants to fully express itself and have fun and love and play and be seen and wear all the accessories and all that in life. But then there's this hypersensitivity, and we're kind of open to feeling kind of everything that comes at us. And especially square a Jupiter, it is amplifying sort of the lack of boundaries we have emotionally. So we really want to be careful to not take things too personally, to not take someone else's truth with Jupiter here in Gemini too personally. Like, definitely let people do their thing today. This is going to be a great day to be an observer. Let people preach, do their thing. We don't need to fight people over truth. And definitely, we don't want to be so sensitive that we're taking someone else's truth as our own truth and basically putting ourselves in, a position where we're feeling very restricted with a moon Saturn. That's definitely, adding that sort of maturity that we're going to have today. We might have to work harder for certain things, even if it's having fun, expressing or showing love. It almost feels like we got to put in extra effort, extra work to get that, expression of life felt today. So, it's all how we view and look at things and how we respond to things. But don't don't be surprised if you feel a little triggered or something today. We're gonna see that moon also finish off the day opposing Juno, and it's also quincunx Venus. So it's making some interesting aspects today over to relationship asteroids, and Venus is getting ready to pull up on a square to Uranus next week. Um, Mercury is at 29 Leo, so we got Mercury opposing Neptune. Oh, I'm sorry, quincunx Neptune, which is really in a yod, a pretty tight yod actually, with Pluto in sextile to Neptune. So very interesting for our mental capacities and conversations, and especially with other people. With Venus and Juno here in the mix as well, with these energies. And also Venus is pulling up on a quincunx over to Saturn and the moon today too. So it's just like, it's kind of it's not gonna it definitely has the potential to not feel like a very easy flowing, easy day with other people. Like, it really is that like discernment of, and like letting people kind of just preach their truth, but not making it your truth, not letting it dim your shine, dim your light, take you out of your values, your self-expression. Like, if people say some crazy stuff, just let them just let them be crazy, right? And that's your own opinion, right? But it's like just okay, just go into your, fantasy and double down on that. I feel like the moon and Saturn in Pisces is like, well, let's double down on, some restricting belief or faith or like some greater than I type thing, So we also don't want to restrict ourselves. We want to free ourselves. And I think the work is just like being in a state where you can kind of take energy head on from others and from the world and to really just say, not mine, not my truth, not my belief, not has nothing to do with me. I'm not taking it personal, so why would I get triggered? I am going to be creatively expressive and be in a very mature state for how my day is going to go today, and I'm going to be very mercurial and on it for the things that I want to dive deeper into with the people that I vibe more with my own spiritual beliefs, with my own presence in this life. So that is definitely how I'm looking at it today. Also, Chiron's getting ready to station. Chiron's going to go retrograde in just less than 2 days. So Chiron's going to have an S on it next time you join me here tomorrow. And getting ready to skate, stop, and we're going to go backwards and kind of like evaluate some of our own healing that we've done within our own ego. So I feel like today's a really good test of like how healed our egos are, and even moving into the rest of this week and into the weekend, like how healed our own egos are, especially with the two planets that represent ego being Mars and the Sun, are defining energies in a really nice sextile. And Mars is still coming off that trine to Pluto, and the Sun's still in that opposition with Pluto. So, it's like all the deep stuff that we've had to do to be more expressive and more in our own truth and our own light and show that and be that. This is a great opportunity to definitely have your spiritual body armor on so you know what's yours, what isn't, and that you don't have to take that from someone else. I feel like today's a little triggering. It's almost like other people are trying to poke at our wounds so that we can almost like, reevaluate them for ourselves. They might not even be our wounds, but somehow we might feel like a martyr or a victim to someone else's wounds. It's that kind of energy. So we just gotta be careful and stay grounded, stay present, stay creative, stay you, and keep your mind sharp on your goals, your future, and don't let it get swayed by anything else. This is the last day of Mercury in Leo, and it's coming into dignification in Virgo, and it's gearing up for a retrograde in less than 2 weeks, in 11 days. So we're gonna have to rehash this anyways because Mercury is in its shadow. So there's definitely a lot building. Pay attention to the little things and the interactions with people, and even just your own emotions when you start to feel, any sense of martyrdom or less than something. These are things we need to pay attention to, work on, and grow from. Um, Always growing. What we came here to do. But I hope you have a great Wednesday. Let's see what we get today. Judgment. Oh my goodness. Well, where are the trumpets blazing in life, and what's the judgment all about? Like, are we getting some kind of a spiritual calling to know ourselves and to identify with ourselves on a much more individuated truth for ourselves and like really answer that call and not let something that isn't that call kind of guide us to some place that we don't need to go? I mean, this could also feel like energy that we're resurrecting ourselves. Like, we're not going to let maybe little things that did kind of enter our aura or enter our just our own Taurus field in life that throws us off. And maybe it's about the judgment and the resurrection of maturing through those things so that we're just stronger and more sovereign within ourselves, leading us to more creative expression, more fun, more joy, more love, and more happiness. It's Leo season, and that's what we all want. And the only way to really get that is to love ourselves and to also show and express love. So follow the call that's leading you towards the expression of love for yourself and for others. And if you're not getting that from other people, don't let that deter you or guide you away from the real call that's, actually beneficial and lighting your reality up. Um, we don't have to go into the other places all the time, and I feel like today's definitely more of a choice based on certain sensitivities that could get brought up, and definitely, you know, people could play a role in that. So we don't have to hold grudges or, anything either. We just got to know what's ours and what isn't and keep moving. I love you all very much. Have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.